16,000 square. 8 million up there, 2 million down here. When I was born, grandmama could see it. I be Bentley driven and very strategic. RM sleeve, no diamonds are needed. Floors are heated, so be it, so be it. With P, get something to meet you.
And a glimpse inside the locker room. Players' final few moments to prepare for the game and the task ahead. Welcome to 2K Sports for another edition of NBA basketball. And on tap tonight, it's the Dallas Mavericks going up against the Atlanta Hawks at State Farm Arena. With Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony and Allie LaForce on our sideline, I'm Kevin Harlan. And a quick look at some of the numbers for Anthony Davis.
And the stat to look at is his steal total over the last 5 games. He's been focusing more on his defense, trying to be a disruptor, and it's made them a lot tougher on D.
Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Sliding in at the wing positions will be Thompson and Flagg. The 4 and 5, it's Davis and Lively. And it's Russell in at the point. And for the Hawks, the backcourt guards are Young and Daniels. The small and power forwards are Reza Shea and Johnson. And it's Okongwu in at the 5, roaming the paint. Possessions can't end until somebody grabs a rebound. Greg, 2 of the best on the boards are facing off tonight. They prioritize rebounding.
And getting those extra possessions can really break a team's will. When excellent rebounding teams play, everyone has to work a little harder to secure the ball. And you can't let this kid, Flagg, get that good a position down low. Cooper will finish that every time.
And D'Angelo Russell picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Daniels finds Okongwu. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Young with the ball. Picked up by Thompson. Reza Shea wide open. And D'Angelo Russell picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
That's his second foul of the first quarter, and they may want to sit him for a while to avoid number 3.
Hardy, he's checked in for D'Angelo Russell. Here's Reza Shea. His last outing, he saw him pour in 22.
Yeah, if you give Reza Shea a chance at the rim, he's going to make you pay.
Hardy passes to Davis. Lets it go from deep. Cans it from downtown.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from that.
Young from outside, and Lively pulls it down.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
And Stan, you think about the skill level of Trae Young. What makes him, in your opinion, such a tough cover?
Well, I think the best thing about Trae Young, Kevin, is as much of a scorer he is, he's even better as a passer. And so it's hard to commit a second defender to Trae Young all the time because he will find the open people and create great shots for his team.
Now here's Hardy. Davis setting the pick for Thompson over Daniels, and he gets the jumper to drop.
One of the purest shooters you'll ever see. Thompson's form impeccable.
And Jaden Hardy is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
Now Young. And he's currently averaging more than 26 points a game. Such a force. Inside. Here's Davis. That one, no good. Johnson with the defensive effort. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in, and it's good, 2 points.
The defense trying to get tough with Reza Shea, and he's having none of it. Powering home 2 points.
Now here's Hardy. His last outing, he had 8 points. Guys back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
And Okongwu slams it in.
Love to see this kind of aggression from Okongwu. Great job playing with force inside.
Here's Flagg, guarded by Rizachet.
Good D. Got in his space and disrupted his rhythm.
And Jaden Hardy is going to pick up a foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Young outside. Here's the three. And Lively pulls it down. Well, it was the Hawks winning their last game against the 76ers.
Well, in that one, they just had everything working offensively. It's a lot of fun when you get into that kind of a groove.
Yeah, and for a coach, seeing your schemes clicking like that is very rewarding.
Here's Young, following the score by Dallas. And the rejection by Lively.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with two hands on that stuff.
Yeah, that's got them over the limit with a lot of time still left. They're going to have to tone it down or they may end up giving up a lot of free throws here.
All right, well, look at how the points have been generated so far. Scoring breakdown for the Mavericks.
Well, they're in a great flow. The ball's moving. All those assisted buckets means the offense is running well.
Also, they're getting into the teeth of the defense. Points in the paint, something coaches always love to see.
So he gets them both. This deep into the year, Greg, do you expect guys to start slowing down a little bit?
Well, if you're prepping for the postseason, you could ease back a little minutes-wise. But if you're on the bubble, it is still go time every game.
Nice read. Sets his teammate up. You like how they're sharing the ball.
Johnson outside. Jacks up a three. And once again off the mark by Atlanta. Dallas leading by 3. Davis setting the pick for Flagg. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Stan, March 2025 marked the passing of the great Dikembe Mutombo. 4 of his 8 All-Star appearances came as an Atlanta Hawk.
And he also won back-to-back Defensive Player of the Year awards in Atlanta. 4 in total over the course of his career. A tremendous player, but even more importantly, a humanitarian and a statesman for the game.
Took him no time at all on that one.
It took him a while, but he finally gets one to fall.
Now here's Hardy. Scoreless thus far. And Flagg throws it down.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. And here's Young. A 32-point game for him in the win against Philadelphia.
And a lot of those points came at the free throw line. Really because of his aggression. He was playing the game with force, always catching his man on his heel.
And so here is Dallas after the basket by Atlanta. High post, Davis. Johnson's there.
Well, and even though he couldn't get that one to fall, that's a shot they want him taking.
A wide open look here for Okongwu. A quick shot there, and it's off target. Mavericks leading by 3. Rizachet with the steal. On up the court.
Well, you can't teach the athleticism displayed there by Johnson.
And so now a timeout called by Jason Kidd. He's ready to talk things through with them. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for the Hawks. Luke Kennard comes in for Dyson Daniels. Washington's checked in for the Mavericks. For Dallas, they've gone 8 of 12 on field goal attempts so far. And it's Hardy with the jam.
Never a bad idea
to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, we'll probably see more of them.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
Thompson outside. Johnson against Davis. Back to Thompson. Davis with a screen on Kennard. The shot by Thompson, no good. So for Dallas, their last game a win against the Raptors in Toronto. There's the triple. Okongwu kicks to Young. Johnson a wide open look. Can't tie it up as that one misses. Davis down low. Johnson on him, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Now it's a 5-point Maverick lead. Young with no one around. A rebound by Washington.
You can hear him sputtering all the way over here. He knows he should have knocked that one down.
Washington sends the pick for Davis. Over Okongwu. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Davis has got 11 points.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
That shot wide open. 7 points for Jalen Johnson.
Well, he's been very efficient in this quarter. Keep getting him the ball.
Dallas leading by 4. We've got 28 seconds left to play in the first quarter. On the wing, Thompson. Kennard covering. And Thompson gets it to go.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Young inside. Stolen by Lively. Now the Mavericks moving it up. Here's Davis, and finished off by Davis.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
Yeah, the commitment to run is paying great dividends on the break.
Oh, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No shortage of offense. Mavericks ahead. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen here, guys, from the Mavericks.
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Yeah, they've dictated the pace to this point, looking to run at every opportunity.
Kennard is out there with Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Then there's Isaiah Stewart. And it's Houston in at the 3 spot. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Hawks. To the middle. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
Showing great vision and delivering the pass out in front.
Pass to Powell. And the dunk by Powell.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. Here's Kennard. Here's Gay. Hawks passing it around. Here's Alexander Walker, defended by Christie. 5 to shoot. Pass to Gay. Misses the 3. Mavericks leading by 8. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. All by himself. Here's Houston. Rebound by Marshall.
And well, he's going to have some explaining to do on the sideline about why he took that shot.
Yeah, you know, back in the day, you'd be taking a seat. Now, unfortunately, it seems like we see too many ill-advised shots.
Stolen by Washington. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. And now here's the upcoming schedule for the Dallas Mavericks. On Friday, they'll be matching up with Darius Garland and the Cleveland Cavaliers.
And for that matchup with the Pelicans, it's the second game of a back-to-back, and you know they're going to be feeling the effects of it. Playing that much basketball in that short amount of time really takes a toll.
Stan, teams track different officiating crews, don't they, and how they tend to call the game.
Yeah, they do, Kevin, and there are some organizations who do it more than others. I'm not a fan of it myself because I think it puts your players' focus on the officials and takes away from focusing on what they're supposed to be doing on the court. So I'm not a big fan of it.
And stolen by Russell. Into the lane. Shot's good. Marshall making the play. Russell's got his second basket of the game.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Thunderous jam from Stewart.
And so it's Russell with it. He'll bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Following this one, they get to host the Cavaliers. That game is the first and last of their homestand.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Young with the ball. Down low. Here's Stewart, and Davis sends it back.
If you're near the hoop, you have to know where Davis is, or the brow will make you pay.
The Hawks trail by 14. Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Well, Trae Young is getting recognition for his playmaking. He said, "I've been top 5 in assists since I've been in this league, but I've been able to score so easily. People consider that selfish at times. I'm not even worrying about what people got to say. I know what I did." Back to you, Kevin.
Yeah, tuning out the noise. All right, Allie, we appreciate the report. Okongwu's checked in for Atlanta. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. A different look for Dallas. Dereck Lively comes in for Powell. And it's Max Christie in for Russell. And that one falls for Okongwu.
Well, what I like most about Okongwu is his switchability defensively. He has the size to battle down low and the quickness to guard on the perimeter.
Here's Flagg. What a tremendous game he played against Toronto. And they double up Davis. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. That's a great look at that move from the Connected Cam, sponsored by AT&T. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. There's the lob to the hoop. The dive for the ball. It's stolen by Davis. Pass to Lively. Now Flagg. 10 points for him. To the paint. Here's Davis. And it's Davis with the jam.
And with all the different things he does, you expect AD to put up points every night. He's a lot to handle.
Here's Christie. And he converts the layup. Christie's got his first points of the night.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
The Hawks trail by 15. And Okongwu slams it in.
For a center, he's maybe undersized, but his ability to get in the air to make a play balances that out.
And that one's good. Flagg.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
And Okongwu slams it in.
Yeah, great to see Okongwu not only finding chances to score, but looking for more, not being satisfied with what he's done already.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
The Mavericks have been solid at the line so far. 4 for 4. They plan on making a switch here. Johnson's checked in. And then for Dallas, Klay Thompson comes in for Washington. And it's Dante Exum in for Max Christie. And so now a timeout called by Jason Kidd. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. The first one falls.
And one of the best big men in the game, Davis, continuing to prove how dominant he is.
And so Anthony Davis nails both of them. The Hawks trail by 15. To the inside. Back to Young. Hawks passing it around. Johnson from outside. Backs in, coming off the assist from Young. Young's got 6 assists now in the game. The Mavericks have gone 7 of 9 in their field goal attempts here in the second quarter. Pretty good offense. It seems to be an overlooked part of Trae Young's game, but he's led the NBA in total assists a few times.
No doubt. You initially think about Trae shooting, scoring, but he also runs the offense really well and wants to facilitate.
And that one's good. Ricochet.
A true highlight of Ricochet's game, his ability to just knock it down from beyond.
Exum with it, and it's Johnson picking him up. Exum passes to Thompson. Davis with a screen on Daniels. Back to Exum. Thompson in the corner from outside the arc. Offensive rebound. Davis out to the wing. It's stolen by Johnson. Fast break, the Hawks. And Dante Exum picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Down low. And Okongwu slams it in.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Mavericks leading by 7. Exum passes to Davis. And he can't stop the run as he misses. Last game for the Mavericks, they picked up the W against the Raptors. Fires for 3. A putback. It's good on the putback. Okongwu's now got 17 now.
Well, if they can come back and take the lead, this will be because he's carrying it. This quarter's been all about him and his offense.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. Oh, and with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. For Dallas, they have been perfect so far from the free throw line, 6 for 6. Najee Marshall, he's checked in for Exum. Free throw, no good for Lively.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Well, Daniels is a tall guard. He can get up with the best.
And how about the emergence, Stan, of Dyson Daniels as an elite wing defender?
Yeah, look, Kevin, I think what happened with Dyson Daniels is he just got a chance to step into more playing time. And as he got that consistent time, he showed that he's not only one of the best defenders in this league, but he's got more offensive skill than people thought he had also.
And the 3 ball is good.
And this is Thompson's calling card, an exceptional shooter from downtown.
And Okongwu slams it in.
Well, what a half he's had. He has completely warped the shape of this game with his hot shooting.
There's 45 seconds left in the first half. Inside. And finished off by Lively.
Well, that's a great pass. He has the timing and rhythm of a metronome.
Young looking around. Here's Ricochet. And it's off from three-point range. And here's Marshall will bring it up for Dallas. And this matchup with the Hawks is their first meeting of the season.
And this was as even a matchup as you'll find in the NBA. Split the season series down the middle, 1 apiece.
Well, in terms of where they sit in the league, these teams are both in the middle of the pack, but both are looking to take the next step.
That will count. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And so it's Dallas, bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. Back to the action in just a minute.
Hello and welcome, basketball fans. The first half coming to an end with a deficit for the Atlanta Hawks.
Well, they obviously love the three-point shot, but tonight it does not love them back.
You know what, Kenny? When you love something and it doesn't love you back, time to move on.
Hold on, let me write that down. Let's take a moment now and swing on over to the playoff picture in the Eastern Conference.
Looking at Atlanta, they've been just solid at times, and at other times they've been awesome. fun team to watch when everything's in sync. Are they a true championship contender? We'll see.
That is more than enough of us. Let's send you back to the game. Kevin Harlan and crew with the second half.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. It's been one outstanding game from Onyeka Okongwu.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
Yeah, it's not like he's getting everything at the rim. He's playing smart and just taking what the defense gives him.
Getting underway in the second half. Here's the 5 for Jason Kidd. And it's small and powerful. It'll be Flagg and Davis. Russell is out there with Klay Thompson. And it's Lively in at the center.
Yeah, you wonder what is he thinking right now. He's not shooting the ball well, and shots like that only hurt his team more.
An active competitor, Russell won't go down without a fight, especially around the rim.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. The Hawks trail by 10. And stolen by Flagg. Pass to Davis. Out of bounds, Atlanta will take possession. A fantastic string of games for him. Your Western Conference Player of the Week, Anthony Davis.
Well, he's been an absolute magician when the ball has been in his hands. There isn't any aspect of the offense that he hasn't contributed in, and it's been a pleasure to watch. I mean, unless you are an opposing coach, then his play has been a vivid nightmare.
To the paint. Rebound, Atlanta. Johnson's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Pass to Daniel. It's up a 3. Traps in the tray. Daniels has got 6.
And look, Daniels knows he has to keep working on his jumper. And these kind of shots only improve his confidence.
Here's Russell. Here's Flagg. Thompson outside. Beyond the arc. Good! Thompson makes it look so easy.
No doubt this is Thompson's most lethal weapon, one of the greatest three-point shooters in the history of this game.
Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by. To the middle. Back to Rizashea. Shot clock at 6. No good. Shot missing.
I mean, that's the shot to take. He just couldn't get it to go.
And stolen by Daniels. Russell against Young. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. And the layup is good. Young's got his second bucket.
Well, with this smaller frame, Young has to use his creativity inside.
Now, let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Thanks a lot. The Dallas Mavericks are all in on defense. Coach Jason Kidd said, quote, "That's something you can hang your hat on, especially when your offense isn't going. Defense will give you a chance to win those ugly games. That gives you the opportunity to play for that bigger trophy." Guys, back over to you.
Yeah, gotta have it. All right, Allie, thank you for the report.
And with the moment, let's check out some stats for Thompson. He's been a factor for them over the last month. First in three-point field goal percentage, and he's in the top 10 in field goal percentage. Really able to power his way to the bucket and finish through contact.
And not only is he hitting from deep, he's doing it with great consistency. One of our league's most efficient three-point shooters. And so now a timeout called by Jason Kidd. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Thompson outside. To the inside and taken away by Johnson. And now here comes Daniels. Leading the break. It's good. Daniels has got 8 points.
And Daniels makes sure to capitalize on that easy scoring opportunity.
Here's Flagg. And stolen by Daniels. Young outside. Pass to Rizashea. And Davis sends it back.
At this point, finding blocks comes naturally for AD. He just anticipates and attacks the basketball.
Wow, his shooting woes continue, and it's weighing down this offense.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. Johnson with a screen on Lively. Shoots from 12. Misses off the right iron.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, I get it, but you don't want him forcing things. It's better to get your shots within the flow of the offense.
Finding a little rhythm here that they have to like where they're at.
Yeah, you're seeing their offense in a flow. Now it's time for their defense to turn up the heat a little more.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession.
And a wide open look for Flagg. Knocks down the 3 ball. Flagg's got 9 points now in the quarter.
His strong shooting has really helped them secure this lead.
Daniels passes to Johnson. Takes the 3. Anthony Davis with the rebound. Davis has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Then Jalen Johnson is already a nightly double-double threat, and his game, it just continues to expand.
Oh, look, Jalen Johnson, Kevin, is an all-star level guy. I mean, efficient on the offensive end, brings consistent energy every night, makes very few mistakes, and plays both ends of the floor.
And Quinn Snyder wants a timeout. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Atlanta. And Dallas also making a switch. Washington's checked in. Daniels kicks to Johnson. Pass to Rizichet. Here's Alexander Walker. Atlanta again missing. Mavericks leading by 13. Now Washington covered by Johnson. And it's Washington missing. Rizichet with it. 7 points in the game. He can't get that one to fall.
Well, so far in the second half, he hasn't been able to get another 3 to fall.
Out of bounds, Atlanta will take possession. We'll look now at the 2K leaderboard to find out which small forwards have had the hottest second halves of the season from the field. Cooper Flagg, number 1.
And when you've got a player like him who can shoot that efficiently on the perimeter, it gives you a remarkably dependable option every time down the floor.
Look, he has this no one can stop me attitude, and that's what helps make him such a prolific scorer.
So looking it over Daniels. Can't get the bucket from 20 feet out. The Hawks trail by 11. Pass to Rizichet. The tray. The shot's good on the assist by Daniels. Daniels has got his 6th assist on the night.
Well, it's only his 2nd 3 of the night. If he's going to heat up, the second half is a great time to do it.
With the teardrop. Stewart passes to Alexander Walker. To the paint. And the dunk by Stewart.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And that is why you want to run off turnovers. Get down the floor before the defense is set. Well, they just need to keep getting him the ball. He has been terrific this quarter.
Hawks have gone 8 of 16 in the third quarter to put their second half shooting percentage right at 50%. 1:04 left in the third quarter. Here's Johnson. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And Stan, we know Jalen Johnson comes from a basketball family.
Well, they did a great job, Kevin, of teaching him the game because Jalen Johnson can really play. And I'm sure everyone in his family is extremely proud of what he's doing in the NBA.
And the Hawks making a change here. Young's checked in.
And look, with Jalen Johnson, the talent's always been there, the versatility. But what he's really worked on is the consistency with his shooting and taking care of the ball.
Fast break, Dallas. Lays it up and banks it in. And now it's an 11-point Maverick lead.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Well, converting on those transition opportunities is just so important.
Stewart finds Daniels. Just 5 to shoot. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Yeah, but also credit the offense there. That's making a play when you really need it, and they need more of it.
Down low, Johnson. And so it's Cooper Flagg making things happen for Dallas. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. We've got more in store for you right after this. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this way?
Yeah, that's great decision-making, and one that embodies a team-first mindset.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. Luke Kennard out there with Young. Then it's Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Then there's Isaiah Stewart. And Gay is in at the power forward position. So that's the lineup for Atlanta.
And how about the touch on that mid-range? Davis has that shot on automatic.
Young drives in. Pass to Gay. And Davis sends it back.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Rebound by the Hawks. Well, Greg, they're looking to make some big stops here to halt this rally.
And luckily, time is on their side, but this is on them. They need to play smart here.
And here's Stewart. Back to Young. Rebounded by Hardy.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
I got your help, side.
Davis against Young. Powell with a screen on Young. Shoots a fader. They get it back. Powell dishes to Davis. Pass to Hardy. Christie against Young. The 3. Good on the triple. And the Mavericks lead by 14.
Late reaction defensively. He quickly takes advantage. Grows their lead.
Yeah, look, the truth is, he doesn't need much space anyway. But that one was too easy.
And we've got a timeout called by Jason Kidd. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus. Atlanta making a switch here. Okongwu's checked in. And Dallas with a change here too. Dereck Lively, he's checked in for Dwight Powell. Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Thanks, guys. Jason Kidd had some words for his team over the break. He encouraged them to keep on the pressure, saying, you guys are forcing a lot of turnovers, and it's because you're communicating and working together as a unit. Keep it up. Defense is clearly a priority.
Thank you, Allie.
Usually just seen as a knockdown shooter, Kennard has good instincts as a passer as well.
Hardy passes to Christie. Davis in the corner. Washington with the screen on Stewart. Davis finds Christie. Over Stewart. Here's Davis. Anthony Davis, too much size.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
And finished off by Lively.
Pretty devastating, actually, to turn the ball over like that and surrender 2 more points.
And it's Alexander Walker in the corner. Hits the 3-point bomb.
Hey, if you leave a great shooter open, you deserve to get that.
Here's Davis. Rebound by the Hawks. And they've got time, Greg, to chip away at this lead.
Yeah, still lots of time, but they have to play smart if they want to erase this deficit.
Fires from deep. And it's Anthony Davis with the rebound. Davis has got 9 rebounds now tonight. Christie kicks to Davis. Here's Hardy. From outside, off the mark. Atlanta's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. A shot by Stewart with no one around. Hangs home the trifecta.
Well, he's playing great tonight, but not quite well enough to carry the entire team. They need to find some other contributors.
Pass to Davis. The layup missed. The Hawks trail by 10. And Jaden Hardy is going to pick up a foul. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
So that brings him up to 4 fouls. So he's forced to hold himself back a little now, which may make him a target for the offense.
And we'll have a timeout called by Quinn Snyder. He's not taking any chances and wants to huddle him up right away. For the Hawks, Johnson, he's checked in for Stewart. Zachary Rizachet comes in for Alexander Walker. And Daniels subbed in for Luke Kennard. Then for the Mavericks, Flagg is checked in for P.J. Washington. Thompson comes in for Max Christie. And it's Russell in for Hardy. Out left to the wing. Here's Flagg, and there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Look, you can get away with a lot in terms of screens today. But you can't make it that obvious.
Here's Rizachet. Now, here's Okongwu. Yeah, that goes in.
So much strength from Okongwu. 6'8", 235. He's a strong guy.
And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Mavericks.
Well, you've got to like that they're not settling. They're attacking the defense on the drive and creating great looks.
And tonight we've also seen a lot of great play from them inside. They've been consistent in terms of attacking the interior of this D.
And here's Young. From outside, the 3 goes down.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
It's Russell with the drive. Got it.
And, you know, we talk about feel and reading the situation. Russell gets an opening there and does not flinch.
Young! No good from 3.
They need buckets to stay in this game. That's not the shot they're looking for.
Here's Davis.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
The 19-foot shot. Sweet shot at the right time.
Well, you can see why he's a go-to guy for them. They trust in his ability to shoulder the offensive load.
Trae Young misses the 3.
Yeah, there's no reason for the defense to get out on him right now. Just let him keep taking that shot until he shows them he's going to knock it down.
Johnson outside. He's off from 3. And it's Russell with the ball. He'll bring it up for Dallas. At one point, they led by 16.
Really, really good possession there. They've never lost their focus, even as the game's gotten tight.
And if you're going to pull away, now is the time to do it. Time to finish the game strong.
It's Young on the wing. He's guarded by Russell. Now Okongwu. 1:09 left in the fourth quarter. Pocket 6. Daniels fires. From deep. Davis pulls it down.
And even against defense as tight as that, you almost expect him to still bury those. And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for Dallas.
Two great rebounding teams.
And these guys worked just a little bit harder tonight, and that was the edge they needed.
And counting tonight's game on the season, they'll now have won 57 games this year.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Davis.
Well, you know, his work on the glass was a key factor, helping to turn the tide as far as the possession game, and so often that's the difference.
Thompson. So we see the Mavericks taking the win here. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
So let's go courtside where Allie LaForce is standing by with our player of the game, Allie.
Anthony, it was a great team victory tonight. What satisfied you most about this win?
We just played hard. We just played for each other. The ball was moving, wasn't sticking. And, guys made the right plays. And that's what we've been doing all night, all season. And, I'm just glad we came out with the win.
Selfless basketball is a beautiful thing, guys.
Great job. Thanks for that, Allie. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Allie LaForce, and Stan Van Gundy, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks so much for joining us here tonight. But as we go, let's take a look at our player of the game, Anthony Davis.